Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Oh goodness,
Hello.
we are
Oh,
Hello.
we are in a rare form tonight already.
We're holding
Hey,
on by a
everybody.
thread, y'all.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't noticed, my voice sounds like crap. I am sick, but that's okay.
No.
That
sorry
is
guys,
okay.
I caused it.
But
That is okay.
anyways, I think we just need to jump right into it.
Let's do it. I'm in.
Let's go.
Hang on one moment because
Oh, let
it
me. Oh, this is so fun, you guys. Oh my
this
god.
is so
Oh my
fun.
god.
Are you? Why is this not in uniform? Come on, get in uniform, please. Thank you.
You look good on my side. Yeah.
Oh no, it was roll 20.
Oh, I see.
Not in the
Why
proper
aren't you
uniform.
in uniform?
Okay, so last we left off, I gotta fix this. Hang on, there we go. Last we left off, the party survived and came back from a hunt that was successful to most, but maybe deemed unsuccessful to others. And they went to a party where everything seemed fine until a scream tore through the house and a fight kind of happened. A purple-skinned tiefling woman had Tuli in her hands and continued to hit the party with lightning. Unfortunately, Sienna went down, but was spared by Serephina. Elery bolted in and grabbed the tiefling, but she poofed right out of her hands and out the window. Victor is on the floor, coughing in a coughing fit. Kavoria sees the tiefling and without a word jumps out the window and follows the tiefling. And that is where we pick up. Before we move on, who follows?
Serephina.
Okay.
Sienna is going to stay behind.
All right. Elery. Are you...
Elery.
Go ahead.
I mean, Elery's pissed. Elery's a degree and a half away from flying into a rage. She watches the others go, but she is going to turn back and look at Sienna.
She's
Conflicted.
probably got her eyes on the floor, just kind of struggling to sit up. She's shaking. She's just kind of reckoning with everything, having been knocked out for the first time in her life. Not having any weapons, not having any armor, not having Cassie, because Cassie went down and she's just not. She'd be a liability on the field. And she just basically said go to everybody and sort of shakily and in pain scooted herself back against the dresser.
She's going to anxiously take a step towards you then.
Go. Cannot wait for
No.
me. Go.
No.
Elery, Go support the people who can still fight.
You have nearly died. You are in this house. Something was broken into, and we do not know what is going on here. I am not going to leave you in a house full of strangers. And she looks at the others. If you will permit me, I can at least protect one of us.
She would just sort of like rub her head and look over at Ignacio. Has Ignacio left yet?
No.
Okay. If I can't convince you, I must convince you. Ignacio, go.
They have to tell me twice. I would then pull out my loot and then cast fly on myself.
Okay. I'm just going to move you up here for the moment. Kyoga and Farah run in, watching Ignacio and Serephina both jump out. Kyoga hears you, Sienna, say, go. And he looks to Farah, and they both are like, let's go. And they too jump out the window. By this time, Shusuke and Raiko run into the room as well. But Raiko looks over to you, Sienna, first. And then watches as Elery puts herself in between both of you.
Sienna's in a lot of pain. She gives Raiko daggers back.
Is he stepping towards her?
No. Shusuke...
Elery is standing. Okay. Elery is standing between Sienna and the door. Everybody else in the room, and one hand is behind her back on her axe handle.
Raiko sees this and takes a moment and kind of steps towards Victor to check on him. Shusuke, just seeing Kyoga and Farah go out, he says, I'll go with them. Take care of Victor. If he's any worse when I get back, I'll take care of him. Raiko's like, of course. And Shusuke also follows. By this time, Savorin and Gabriel comes in. And this is where we move to the next section. Ignacio, as you're flying after Kavoria and the tiefling woman, you see off in a distance the tiefling, a woman and Kavoria stop. And then the next thing you see is Kavoria drop to the ground. And then the figure that was standing right next to her takes a few steps back into the light. And you see the one who you were hoping to never see again. Dagger in hand, grinning, and locks eyes with you. What are you doing, Ignacio?
I'm thinking. I'm not gonna let her speak. Starry Wisp.
Okay.
Does that hit?
That definitely hits. All right. Hang on 1 moment. Because I still have the damage written down from last week. Okay, she's still up. But she's just grinning at you. You see Kavoria looking back to you, hand reached out, fear in her eyes. Kavoria has lost 1 death save. Serephina,
Yes.
you are moments behind. You see Ignacio flying ahead of you, and you see a woman with black hair pinned up in a messy bun. Red. She wears red. Her lips stained with red. Kavoria is on the ground. She's not. She's only focused on Ignacio, reaching her hand up to him.
Serephina is going towards Kavoria.
Okay.
She's not giving a dang worse crumb about the woman
Okay.
in red.
Okay. What? How far is your healing word? What's the range on it?
I'm checking at the moment.
I was actually gonna say for my bonus action, I cast Healing Word.
Up 60 feet.
Okay. Seraphina, you would have been too far away. All right. How much does Kavoria heal?
Yeah.
9.
Oh.
She's saved from death. You are just probably about 40 feet behind Ignacio at this point. Kyoga, Farah, and Shusuke are all behind you.
Mm-hmm.
It comes back to the tiefling's turn. Oh. That was a mistake. And she is going to cast... Where is it? Windwalk on herself. And she suddenly disappears.
Just like you, running away from your problems.
Kavoria is on the ground, holding her side. Ignacio.
You're not dying while I'm still alive.
She's way more powerful. Seraphina, by this point, you make it closer.
I'm going to do healing word
All right.
on Kavoria. Let me pull this up. You said that I'm about 40 feet. Or am I
You're
closer?
able to be closer now.
Okay. I've cast it. And she's gained 7.
Okay. She's looking better, but she's still pretty hurt. Kavoria immediately reaches out and grabs onto you, Ignacio. She's just holding onto you.
I capture. I catch her, and the one. I pull out my potion of healing that I have inside my pouch, and I give it to her.
Okay.
Let me just look up the.
Oh. DM.
All right. That's the wrong thing. She is not there. Ignore her. She's looking better, but she's visibly shaken.
And Serephina come up and give her one of her potions of healing. She's got 3 of them.
Yes.
Okay.
And for my players in the RP chat is the conversation that had been had between the tiefling and Kavoria. Feel free to read it on your own time.
That's in DM.
Okay. Kyoga, Farah, and Shusuke all make it up to you guys. What happened?
Ignacio, explain.
What do you mean explain? I don't know what's...
So you're telling me you had no clue who that woman was?
Oh. I thought you were asking whether I knew why she was targeting Kavoria. But yes, I know that. But yes, I know the whore.
Who is she?
Remember that woman I told you about that I wanted us to prank?
Yes.
That was her.
Why on my goddess's name would she attack Kavoria?
I don't know.
Kavoria, dear, are you alright?
I'll be fine. I'm so.
I take out the silver raven and then I use it.
It turns into a raven and sits on your shoulder.
Little raven, look after her. I should be okay.
It gives a nod and flies over to Kavoria's shoulder. Kavoria looks up at you. Where are you going?
Not leaving you out here, and I'm not going after her. I've been chasing her for too long in the past. I'm not gonna start again soon. So I'm taking you to the almshouse. If there's one in this town, it's like a hospital.
You Kyoga looks over, hearing this. Yes, it's ran by Chio. It's in the same complex as the Yagi Tree Manor.
May you show me?
Of course. Farah, my love, will you go back and tell everyone what has happened? Farah's like, yes, of course. Shusuke, let's head back. Miss, I think it would be best if you go with us as well.
He's talking to Serephina.
Mm-hmm.
Kavoria, are you sure you're gonna be alright?
I'm with Ignacio. I'll be fine.
Alright. She lets go of Kavoria and starts going with Farah and the other.
Okay. We're gonna head back to the house. While I get a map for the other place. Farah and Shusuke lead you, Serephina, to the front door. And you all make it back. Sienna, Elery, would you both have moved by the time your compatriots have come back?
Without a specific effort from somebody else, no. Sienna's curled in on herself almost. She's got her knees to her chest, her forehead is on them, and she's sort of just the smallest little ball that she can be right now.
Oh.
Okay. Elery?
Without any kind of prompting from Sienna, Elery is remaining between her and everybody else in the house.
Okay.
Hand stays on the handle of the great axe, eyeballing everybody a tick away from flying into a rage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Give me 1 moment. Oop. As I pull something up. I'll go there for now. Okay. By this point, Raiko would have gone out and seen the bird that is in pieces and would have bent down and put them together in a pile and pulled a kind of a scarf of sorts out and placed all the pieces on and scooped it up and would begin to walk towards Sienna. But then sees you and stops. I'm sorry about your bird.
She doesn't say anything.
Glaring back at him, doesn't say anything. Take another step. Do it. Take another step.
Come on, motherfucker, come at me!
Raiko,
It's okay.
Raiko just walks over to here and sits the scarf with Cassie's pieces on the bench while
She will match him as he moves.
while Tori just helps Victor out. I'm sorry, is all he says. And then he turns and walks out.
Before he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
When he goes over to set Cassie down, and Elery is following him pace for pace. When he sets Cassie down and turns, Elery has an arm stretched out, fingertips almost to his chest, other hand or the handle of her axe, and looks him straight in the eyes. I don't remember seeing you run to help when it was needed. Get back.
God damn.
He looks like he's trying to say a word. And you can see a bit of a tear on the corner of his eye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then he walks out. By this point, Serephina, you, Shusuke, and Farah have arrived.
She's immediately gonna go check on Elery and Sienna first before telling them anything.
Okay.
I'm back.
Elery.
By the way, do I see Raiko running out of the room?
Yes, you have arrived at that moment when Raiko is walking out of the room.
Oh, poor thing.
You rolled a 13 deception to hide that you're crying. My
What was
perception
Ellery's
is
insight roll?
My perception is a +4, and I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Oh, love these dice right now. That's good.
So when Raiko left, Elery put herself in a position not away from Sienna, but to where she is facing Sienna, so she has eyes on both the window and the door. And when Serephina comes into the room, there is a split-second moment where the fight or flight starts to kick in. She sees it's Serephina. And finally starts to relax a little. And looks down at Sienna and sees that she's trying to hide. And turns to Serephina. Please tell me everyone's all right.
We had a bit of an issue, but we went after Kavoria, and you remember the lady Ignacio had a problem with? The one that we were all going to do a prank on?
Sure.
That bitch showed up. And I don't know what she did, but she got Devoria on the ground. And if it wasn't for me and Ignacio's healing, she would have been dead. Completely.
Elery will. Sorry, give me just 1 second. Check this real quick.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Elery will take a step towards Sienna, remove her hand from the handle of her axe, and instead reach in to her pouch and trying to be like not stealthy necessarily, but just like not super obvious what she's trying to. I guess that would be stealth anyway. Sleight of hand. I don't know. They're both the same. Natural 20. Okay, so she
Love it.
she steps over, not between Serephina and Sienna, but over, kind of a little closer to Sienna, and just deftly pull out. She has a potion. She has 2 potions of greater healing, and she pulls out one and just slips it easily into Sienna's hand, but then stands where she is so that if Sienna chooses to drink it, she could do it unbothered.
Can I roll a perception to see if I can see Sienna?
Okay. I was gonna be like, that was a Nash 20! No!
Like physically or
Don't see shit.
Like, can like Seraphina like roll a perception check just to like slightly like lean over just to like from the side of Elery that's not covering Sienna, and just take a little peek to see if Sienna's okay,
Go for it.
because Seraphina doesn't want to automatically go up to Sienna, or Sienna doesn't want to. Seraphina doesn't want to automatically go up to Sienna and go, "Hey, bestie, how you doing?"
Go for it.
Would, while you're doing that, would you like me to roll the potion of greater healing, or would you like to wait and drink it, whatever you want to?
she's not going to drink it.
Okay, I'll hold off on it then. But she'll still give it to you.
Mhm.
I think you see.
Seraphina gently walks over to Sienna, gets on her knees, shut up, and goes, "Sienna, are you okay?"
And Seraphina gets closer to Sienna. You should be able to see the shaking, and it's unclear how much of the shaking is shaking from the tension of just trying to hold everything as tightly and still as she can, and that's what's creating the shaking, or how much of it is anxiety or fear or anger or any of the number of things. And on Sienna's arms, Seraphina would be able to see these like fern-like markings that weren't there before, and there's like a little smear of red on her hand that you would see from wiping at a bloody nose. And Sienna doesn't say anything, but she just sort of, under her arms, just shakes her head.
"I'm sorry I didn't automatically check up on you. I saw her go out the window and I
You
just
have
wanted
nothing to apologize for. Without you, I would have died. I don't want to hear those words. All right?
Yes, I understand. She won't hug Sienna because she knows that Sienna has a lot going on right now, but she'll gently put her hand on her shoulder and go, I've got you. We all got you.
She just nods. The same thing. Like she hasn't lifted her head, and when Elery put the potion in her hand, she took it and then just set it next to her on the floor, and wrapped her arm back up around her knees. And she will stay there until something happens that requires her to move.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you hear from out in the main room, Shusuke raising his voice, asking for healer lady from the other group, please come here now. I need you. He's calling out to you, Serephina.
Yeah. Sienna, Elery,
Go.
I'll be right back.
Watch her. Go.
Seraphina gets up and runs out. What has happened?
You see Shusuke with a green surrounding his hand, holding it over Victor's chest. I need you to cast some curing magic, please. Victor's really bad right now.
Of course. Healing would basically be it, correct?
Mm-hmm. Healing word, cure wounds.
Noted. Let me grab that real quick.
If you have any lesser restoration or any type of restoration spells, that'll work too.
I have healing wood.
That'll work.
Yeah. Let me roll.
For this, Serephina, you get max heal on it.
Okay.
So what is it 2d8 for your heals?
It's
Or
2d. I think it's 2d4 plus 2. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. So 8 plus 2, so 10. You can see Victor, who was tensing, finally just relax. And Shusuke sighs. Thank you.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Damn it, what is going on with him? You're a fool, Victor. Tori, who is sitting there holding her brother. Farah is right next to her, supporting her, has tears coming down her eyes. He shouldn't have done that.
I know. But he wanted to help, and for that he's a very good person. He'll make it out of this. As she says that, she also whispers under her breath, I hope. She doesn't want to say it loud enough to where the sister can hear. Yeah.
Shusuke looks over to Tori and Farah. Let's get him home. He'll be more comfortable there. And he goes...
If y'all need anything... Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Seraphina goes, if y'all need anything, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you. And Shusuke goes and picks Victor up, fireman style.
Ooh.
And the four of them head on out and away. At this point, Tuli walks over to you with her sister right behind with Lorna. Is everything okay?
There is a threat at the moment, but we are taking care of it as much as needed. I healed Victor as much as I could, and right now my friend is going through something. A lot of stuff is going on.
Julia steps forward and goes, I'm so sorry this had happened. This was not supposed to happen. Not today. It wasn't supposed to happen at all.
It's not any of your fault, so don't you dare apologize.
Tuli looks over. Sister. No one could have expected this to happen. I grabbed a new set of clothes and set it on my bed, walked out to wash my face, and when I stood back in, that woman was just standing there in my room.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I gave up a fight. Before I knew it, she had put a hand over my mouth, pulled us towards the window. I don't know what was going through her mind. Why kidnap me?
She's insane, that's why.
Lorna steps forward. I think that's been enough excitement for a day. Mom, Tuli, why don't we just end the party now and maybe go out for drinks tomorrow night?
I think that's a wonderful idea. You guys should go get some rest and such.
I'll go find where Maka and Reiko went.
Of course.
Good night, Serephina.
Good night. Have a good one, all of you.
Julia and Tuli walk back. Lorna walks out. And then Gabriel walks back in. Is everything alright?
A lot of stuff's happening. I don't even know how to... I don't even know how to go all about it.
Stay safe, sister.
You as well, my brother.
And then he walks out and away. Maka walks in and just walks right past you. And she just stands in the doorway.
Immediately turns to the doorway and gets between them.
Feel better, Sienna.
Mako would get... It would take a second, but Sienna would just give a nod. Still head down, but she would get a response. Small but physical.
Pardon me. You kind of see Maka shake her head and then turn and walk back by you. Serephina places a hand on your shoulder. Get some rest. And then walks out, and they too eventually leave.
Seraphina's gonna go back into the room with Elery and Sienna.
Eventually, the rest of the party guests leave. Before Thule walks in. Do you all need help getting back to wherever you're going?
Elery.
Elery will give a look to Serephina, and then eye Thule, as a keep an eye on kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll turn around to Sienna, and we'll get down on her knees and gently reach out and put a hand on one of her arms crossed over her knees.
She'd flinch. But she doesn't pull away. She'd just flinch. I think before Elery even has to say anything, Sienna, you just hear under the arms, "Can we go?"
Yeah. Of course, we can go. Can you walk?
I don't know.
All right.
She just take a deep breath and see her shoulders rise and fall. She'd finally lift up her head, and she'd kind of wince, but I think after sitting for this long, because I'd imagine it's been how long has it been, DM? Like 45 minutes maybe?
30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Sitting for that long, that counts as, I think, as a short rest. So yeah, I'd say she's capable of walking. She's not looking good doing it, but she's capable of walking. She's very shaky still.
Elery will help you stand. Will help Sienna stand, and will take the potion that was set on the floor, and between them, so the others don't see it, she slips it into your hand and then takes your other hand and covers it so that you're holding on to it with both hands, and says, "It is a gift. Please just take it."
Her eyes have not left the floor since she's lifted her head, and she doesn't move to shake her head or acknowledge. She just is. She doesn't move her hands. She just waits for the group to start walking in a direction so she can follow. And the one thing that she will do is go pick up Cassie.
You can see laying very nicely within the scarf all the pieces of Cassie. not one piece is missing, and you know the exact number of pieces that isn't within Cassie. And every single piece is there. And you see on the corner that R.
And she considers she has her, little like pouch that she brought with her. She considers moving the pieces out of the scarf and into that pouch. It's got room. But she runs her thumb over the R and just holds on to it. And without her eyes leaving the floor, she can sense Tuli's behind her. May I borrow this?
Of course.
Thank you. I will return it. Like, just loud enough to be audible.
Mm-hmm.
But she says nothing else.
How many hit points are you at?
5.
Hang on, let me flip a coin real quick. Hold on. Just let me, hold on. Let me do that. Let me flip a coin. Let me flip a coin real quick.
Flip that coin.
Well, real quick, while we're kind of above the table,
Uh-huh.
did Ignacio tell Serephina, like, are we worried about Ignacio? Like, I can't remember if Serephina came in and was like, yes, Ignacio's fine, he'll be back, or anything like that. Did I miss something?
I don't think Serephina ever said anything.
I don't think she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Okay.
I thought Seraphina did like include that Pivoria is with Ignacio and that they were going somewhere to like deal with something.
Like to their version of the hospital, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know there was a lot going on, and you were communicating a lot, and you did a great job. I was just not sure if I heard those specific
You were in
words.
the moment.
You were so in the moment. It was so good.
Okay.
Okay. Result of coin flip.
Elery is going to watch Sienna gingerly, with all of her 5 hit points, go over to Cassie's remains. Broken pieces. And note that while she knows that Sienna had been healed, that it is clearly not 100%. And taking a walk from this location back to where they rest might. It might be a lot for her at the moment, so when she's finished speaking to Tuli, Elery is going to, no nonsense, she's going to step to Sienna, and she is going to reach down, get an arm behind her knees, and an arm across her back, and lift her in a fireman carry. And as their backs are turned, she says to Sienna quietly, "You are not a child, and you have done nothing wrong. But sometimes it is hard to ask for help. This might be the I get right today. Please let me just help you back.
Hang on, I need to rest. It's twin 9s on the dice for a 10 deception, but tears are welling up in her eyes again. And she says nothing. She still looks at nothing. But she does give one singular nod.
You said it was a 10 on your deception?
Mm-hmm. She just doesn't want to burst into tears, but there's only so much she can hide.
16 perception. She will...
Motherfucking dice!
Then Elery will just simply hold her a little more securely.
Mhm.
And no nonsense. Turns around, looks at Tuli and Serephina. I think we all could use some rest. We should get back and do that when we can.
I agree.
And then she leans down to Sienna, looking at the others, but saying, for her, she says very quietly, "You looked nice tonight." And then starts to walk towards the door.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Tuli just steps aside and lets you leave. And the lot of you head out the door. I'm going to move all of you together. Head out the front door. And head back to the inn. While that is happening, we're going to go to the hospital. Ignacio, you, Kyoga, and Kavoria arrive. The Raven has been following behind, flying. Kyoga says, I think Granny Chio should be inside.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything for a champion.
Then you're free to go if you needed that.
No. If you ever need help with anything, reach out. I may not be part of the Revenge District, but I do have respect for him.
I do have one request if you can do so.
Anything.
He opens up his journal. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, any rogues in your area?
Mm-hmm. There's lots of rogues.
Basically, I want to hire an investigator. If you can find them.
Of course.
Okay, then he'll pull out some platinum.
Mm-hmm.
He'll pull out 2 platinum and says, "Here's one for you for helping me out, and here's one for the rogue. I want to know everything about what's been going on with the Aguilar family and why Layla is not there.
What do they
Any,
hail
if
from?
any, the Zoshiko Khan,
Of course.
because she shouldn't be out of Zoshiko Khan unless it's out of a business or diplomatic reason.
Right.
And tonight was not those things.
Of course. I will have a good friend that I know and trust implicitly. I'll go see if he can do it.
Very, very good. Thank you.
Of course. Be safe, both of you.
You as well.
Kavoria nods. And Kyoga walks off.
Let's get you back in. Let's get you inside.
Of course. As you walk in, you see the elderly woman that you saw at the Aizawa Manor. Granny Chio is sitting there, and she looks up and notices you both. Oh, hello. Oh, this is not good.
That was so good. I'm sorry. Oh my God, Shailene.
Perfect.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm reeling it back
Holy
in, but that
shit,
was
that was
so good.
great. I'm so.
This is not a great moment to be like all cheery. Oh.
Chio gets up and walks over. Oh, my dear, what happened? Come.
I'll explain. I just need to get her onto a bed.
Yes, come. And I'm gonna grab everybody. She leads you around this way and into a little room that has 3 beds, but there's curtains that separate the beds. Chio leads you to this bed back here. Or actually, excuse me, this bed right here.
Okay.
Please, have a sit. Oh, what happened?
We were chasing down an attempted murderer. She rode off after, and I persisted afterwards with a flying spell, and then someone I thought I had buried long ago, I had buried well within my thoughts, came back and tried to kill her.
Oh my. Chio does some healing on Kavoria and brings her back up 20 more HP. So Kavoria is looking a whole lot better. She was after you. She said that there were more ways to destroy you than just by physical means. And that's when she stabbed me.
No offense to you, Kavoryev, but if she thinks that grief will destroy me, then she is absolutely wrong. Thanks to my grandmother, I have seen many people die, both young and old. I have helped my grandfather bury those dead.
but don't think it was death that she was trying to destroy you with. The last vision I saw was a pink-haired, purple-skinned, but if you're saying that you saw the one who... her... she must have disguised herself after she stabbed me. Either that or something else happened. I don't know.
Oh shit. So why? I have an inkling of an idea what has happened.
What is that?
It looks like Layla was that pink-haired tiefling out in that bed choking out. What was her name? Tuli?
Tuli, yes.
Either two things are true. Either one, she did a spell that disguised herself as just some random purple skinned tiefling with pink hair, or though that that tiefling and her are in cohorts with each other. But knowing her, can I roll history check?
Yes. What are you trying
I want
to
to
recall?
I want to see how vain my ex lover was.
Go ahead and roll.
How vain and narcissistic.
Go ahead and roll the history check. That's pretty decent. You do remember times where Layla made the smallest inconvenience all about her. You recalled one time that one of her dresses got caught on a rose bush, and she made it completely like that rose bush was out to get her, even though she just simply walked too close.
Yeah, she was very, for lack of a better word, crazy. It's like sociopathic. But psychotic, I wouldn't. No. She doesn't display the symptoms.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that you arrived just in time.
Yes. If it's okay, may I stay here, watching over her?
Of course. I will have Sachi bring in something to help ease some more of the pain. Please, rest. Both of you. And I'll make sure a cot or something is brought in for you. And Shio walks out and heads over here, leaving you and Kavoria alone. I always thought about the day that I would die.
You're not dying today. I refuse it.
I was so sure that I was gonna be content. And then, when I was faced with it, I was scared.
Not everyone is prepared for it, especially when they're about to be murdered or killed or mauled by a bear, for an example. It's okay, love. I'm here.
I didn't want to leave you. Not right after I found you. She buries her head in you, and you can hear her crying.
You're not dying. No. I'll always be here with you.
After a little while, Zashi walks in and just gingerly sets a cup of tea down on a bedside table that is right there.
Hmm.
When you're ready, have a drink it.
Of course.
And then he too leaves. If there is no more roleplay to be had for now, we will move on.
All right.
If there is more roleplay that you want to do, please let me know right now.
I want to say just one more thing.
Go for it.
Do you now know the stakes of protecting me? And now that you do, does this dissuade you from being an adventurer?
It does scare me. And I have a purpose. I know I will let him down if I don't continue. Am I scared? Yes. Does it dissuade me? No. But if you don't want me by your side, I understand.
I would love to have you by my side, but I don't want you dying on my account. As much as you He stops for a moment and thinks, but he just shakes his head and says, "I don't want you playing hero. I want you to play guardian. That means not leaving my side."
She smiles. And gently touches your face. Then I'll play guardian.
And if that means we have to sleep in the same room every night, then so be it.
I won't fuss with that. I love you, Ignacio.
Love you too, Cavoria. Now rest. I don't plan on sleeping anytime soon. And if you have trouble sleeping, I have something that'll help with that.
I think I'll be fine. But make sure
Okay,
you
we can
get...
do a roll play.
She's gonna say, but make sure you at least get some semblance of a rest.
And we can end the roleplay there.
All right. Sienna, Serephina, Elery.
Yes.
Any other roleplay for you guys, or are you good to go?
I think Seraphina is good to go. She's just... Yes, Elery.
No, go ahead. I was just making the note of, yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. So you were like, me, I raised my hand.
But your profession and the tone with which you said yes, Elery, is very funny to me.
Seraphina is just going to stay by Elery and stay super close to Sienna and make sure nobody touches her friend because she's going to kick someone's ass. Other than that, no, I'm good.
Sienna, Elery.
You had to hand up. You go ahead. You go on, girl.
If you got something, ladies first.
I have a couple of there are a couple of things that I'd like to do when she's alone that I'll be fairly quick about, but on the way, Sienna's state has not really changed.
Okay.
So that's why I'm passing the ball.
Okay, no, that's fair. At some point, in the evening, when Serephina comes in and stays with the two of us, Elery is going to sneak out of the room,
Okay.
and she is going to find the quietest and the most comfortable place that she can find. And comfort to her is relative, but in this moment, she is watching Sienna sleep, watching Serephina gradually falling asleep. It is finally weighing on her how she feels like the entire day has been a failure. And thinking of Serephina getting off of her horse with the dire wolves, and Sienna trying to upscale the side of that hill, and the noise and little things that she realizes she absolutely could have and should have told the others about beforehand. The importance of staying together and having some sort of a plan before they leave. And Ignacio saying that, well, we could have laid bait on the traps and set them outside the dens, but I guess this is how we can do it, are all things that she has taken personally. She felt so responsible for the group with this one thing that she felt with so much confidence she could do. She feels like it completely backfired. So all night she has been an overstimulated mess. And after losing the tiefling, it would not have taken much at all for her to have flown into a rage as a meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
So in this moment, with them asleep, she's going to leave the room
Okay.
and take with her some parchment, something to write with. And the only place that she can think of immediately to try and calm herself, to center herself, to do anything that makes any kind of sense, any kind of familiarity. If she is able to, could she climb to the roof of the inn?
It would be. There are some crates on the outside that goes up pretty high, but even then, the roof is still pretty much out of reach. However, you do recall that Yagi has said as long as you climb the outside, you can climb up the Yagi tree manor.
Well, then I was going to say, if she can't get into the roof, she'll get into a tree. She gets somewhere where she is up high.
Yeah.
And where the one thing primarily within her sight is the sky. Whether it's cloudy, whether it's a starry night, it does not matter. It is the fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
It is the rustle of the trees around her. And if she closes her eyes for a moment, she can almost convince herself that she is back in Avona on a hunt with other people who could have made better decisions than she did today, but whom at least she would feel very safe with. And desperately reaches for that feeling that everything can be normal. Just for a little bit. Then she takes out her parchment. She starts to write. And then she's not happy with what she wrote, so she crumples it up into paper, stuffs it under her robes. She makes herself take a breath and start thinking about the day. And Sienna's admission about the pendant and gods and good and bad and what is she doing here? Trying to find a way to decompress.
Mm-hmm.
And she will do that until she falls asleep. She will sleep on the roof or in the tree tonight.
Okay. Sienna.
I think Sienna would have not moved or spoken much on the not much, not at all, on the way back, and at some point we would have gotten back to the tavern, and Elery would have, I'd imagine, carried her upstairs. And as soon as they were in front of her door, she would have just, I can make it from here. Thank you.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry. Both of you. And she kind of looks to both Elery and Serephina. Looks back and forth now on her own 2 feet. And she very strongly considers handing the potion back to Elery. She remembers what Elery said. It's a gift. Please keep it. And even if it's not something that she uses tonight, maybe she can use it to be useful another day. And she kind of does the thing you do with the sort of empty bottle and gestures toward Elery. Thank you both for everything. And then without another word goes into her room and shuts the door. She sets the potion on the little nightstand here and just takes off everything. She takes everything out of her hair. She takes her clothes completely off. She just wants to be free of everything from today. And throws it behind the chair in the corner. She doesn't want to look at it. She doesn't want to fucking think about it. She gets under the blanket and just curls back up into that tiny ball again. And in the chest nearby the bed would be a bunch of her stuff that she would normally have on her, like her bag of holding and all of her gear. And she'd reach into that and pull out the bronze griffin, a little statuette.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd pull out the elven transpondent stone in the other hand, curl back up to the pillow under the blanket. And she'd just be there for a minute before she looks at the bronze griffin and just says, "It's not too late for you to pick someone else, you know. And you fucking should." She's not expecting a response. She just says that and looks at the elven transpondent stone. Really wants to reach out to Akira, but also really doesn't want to explain what happened today. And she just thinks, God, I miss you. But she puts it down and just fetal position sleeps. She cries a little bit, cries herself to sleep, but it's not, it's not bawling. It's just that overwhelm and frustration.
Yeah.
And she feels that until she passes out.
You also feel a warmth from the griffin in your hand. It's not burning, it's not hot, it's a comforting warmth. And you feel like wings are surrounding you in a hug.
She starts shaking her head. She's almost angry. She can't put into words really what she's thinking is, you need to pick somebody else. This is a mistake. Stop trying to comfort me. Go somewhere else. It's that same energy that she had with the party of go. And she doesn't say any of that. She just sort of shakes, clutching the blankets to her.
You feel the warmth leave you.
And then she whispers, "I'm sorry."
And it's not verbal in your head, but you sense the words, "I'll still be waiting."
That shit would make her cry.
And you hear
that
it.
should make her cry.
You hear it in her voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that honestly, that is what'll trigger the tears for her to fall asleep too. And that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly jump. Actually, no. I'm not gonna do that right now. Congratulations. You all have leveled up to level 7.
Yay!
But you guys can do the level up stuff behind the scenes while we move on. And we're actually going to be doing some jumping here because we got to get the ball rolling. So, I'm going to bring flashbang, everybody. Sorry. We were currently in Tentani 6. But now we are going to the 7th. If there's any major thing that you want to happen, please say now.
There are things. The only thing that Sienna's gonna that I'll throw in as Sienna's player is just she probably doesn't leave her room that day. If anybody checks, she'll say she's fine, but that's it.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
Serephina's not that dumb.
I'm sorry, Shailene. I just got Roll20 pulled up here. How much time is passing in this, Skip?
We are going to the 9th.
You're going to the 9th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stop day by day to see if there's anything major that you all want to do. If there's nothing more major for the 7th, we'll move on.
When you
I
mean
do-
major,
I do want to do some shopping if possible.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. We will come here to the city map.
In case you haven't added it, just this is a good opportunity for the players to be reminded that you have 1,598 gold per person that you can add to your character sheets from last session.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Kind of important for a shopping day, just saying.
Right.
Yeah. And we can say that happened when you were on your way to the party.
You said that was gold pieces?
Yeah, 1,598 gold pieces.
Okay.
1,598.
Oh, shit, I got it. Fuck.
There's still more to get from all of our spoils, but Sienna is not in a merchant condition, so she will handle that another day.
Shit, we're rich.
1958, you said?
1,598. Sorry,
Okay.
just shy of 1,600.
God
so
damn it! Now I gotta do
1,598.
math again.
158.
1598.
I'll put it in chat. I'll put it inside.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have nightmares about these numbers.
There we go.
Mel.
There we go.
5824 63.
Who do we appreciate?
So this is the amount of money we have all together.
No.
And we're splitting
That's
it, or what?
individual.
Each person
Individually,
individually
yeah, from the hut.
adds. Yeah.
Dude, we're rich.
That's just the meat payout. That doesn't include the pelts that we sold, and that doesn't include there's quite a bit more
Yeah.
to be had. But for now, this is the
That's
dispersal.
How much meat sells, and I should sell more meat. Serephina does also want to go shopping. DM.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just give me a moment.
to do math really quick.
One six.
No.
Yeah.
I hope you know the entire time you were doing that shit, I put on like Bet on Losing Dogs so the actual feel just right.
I will need you to send that to me because I'm terrible with names. I might know it by sound, but
Okay, I got you.
yeah, please do. I look forward to it. I saw it mentioned in chat too.
And we got a long rest, by the way.
Yes. Long rest.
For the love of God, I hope so.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yes. Long rest has been had. And you do notice when you wake up the next morning, Ignacio Cavoriel is looking much better.
Yay! Our baby!
All right.
See, what spell should I learn? That'll come later.
So,
Ooh, feral instinct.
Ignacio, we're gonna start with Ignacio. What is on your shopping list?
So scrolls, most importantly, scrolls,
Okay.
because there's a certain spell that I want to have, but I can't until level 10.
Right.
So I'm gonna go to the scroll to whoever makes scrolls.
Okay. That would be at victory values.
Where's my token? Hold on.
Your token is right here.
Oh. Man, I'm just gonna say this right now. Thank God I switched from this to fucking numbers because I'm like, oh my God, where's victory values?
Upper right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I need to...
It's okay.
I've been thinking about swapping up the placeholder tokens.
Upper right. Yagami, the Yagami. Oh.
Victory
Okay.
values is
There
here.
you go. All right. Let's see. And where's Serephina going? That's my other question. That's my question.
Okay.
Oh, she gonna go get some potions and shit.
Okay, that would also be at victory's values.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Alright. Okay. Just for sake of time, unless there's any major roleplay, how many scrolls are you after? And what spell?
I want counterspell.
Excellent choice.
But the thing is, I would have learned it at level 6, but I am a swords bard, not a lore bard.
Yep.
Okay.
Very different spell trees. It's true.
Yeah.
Not just different spell trees, but just different abilities that would get me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
How many counterspell scrolls are you buying?
I actually did have a question on scrolls. Can anyone use them, or do you have to be a certain class to use them?
I like to go for the ease, and anybody can use them.
All right. Then in that case, I'll take each spell scroll is about 50 gold pieces. It says here. Then I'm gonna get 3 counterspell scrolls.
All right, so it'll be 150 gold.
All right. I'm going to manage inventory, add items. Actually, wait a minute. I might just told you the wrong price. Give me a moment. That's my fault. Oh no, it just doesn't. We'll just go for 50 gold for the time being.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing that. Do I see Serephina walking by?
Yeah. Seraphina, you arrive and you see Ignacio.
She runs up and hugs him automatically.
It's nice to see you too, Serephina.
How are you doing? How's Kavoria?
She's doing fine. Just needs to be in bed resting.
So good to hear. I'm really happy to hear. Get out my door.
I'm not by your door though.
Sorry. Oh my god.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I am writing some spell scrolls to ensure that what happened that night doesn't happen again.
Smart.
Though the unfortunate thing is that it is not a it's not a guaranteed fail save, but it's better to have it than not have it when you need it.
Well, yes, it's very important in case we're in a very screwy situation, and for goodness sake, we don't have anything that could help any of us.
There you go. All right. Other than that, I'm doing fine. Just there, there we go. Just making sure that I get some more better equipment. Actually, speaking of which, I do need to replace this rapier.
Something
It's
wrong
been,
with it?
it's starting. I haven't been taking good care of it, and now the blade looks like wood.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you on that.
And that, and then as I'll say, if you want, I can. Do you think we can accompany each other while while we're out, just so like if something happens, none of us is at least alone.
I think that's a pretty good idea. I'm just out buying a couple of potions is all.
Speaking of which, let me buy some too.
All right. What kind of potions are you guys buying?
Give me a moment.
What kind
Give
of
me.
potions are available?
Oh, look in the shops tab.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Also, Serafina, you would notice that Tori is running the shop today.
Ooh.
And she notices you, and she's like, "Oh, you were the one who helped with my brother last night."
Yes.
I need to thank you. He's home resting.
I'm really glad he's doing better. A little bit at least.
He really pushed himself.
Yes, well, when we really care about someone, we'll do that, won't we?
Yeah.
Shilling,
Yes.
what's the potion of mana?
A potion of mana would let me pull it up here. So a potion of mana would basically allow you to gain back spell slots. It gives you a certain amount of points, and it's 2 points per slot.
Oh, you're using those. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will choose. Then I will take Okay, I will take let's see. Is it 65? Yes, that is. Okay, no, that's 50. Okay. How much do I have? I'll take 5 potions of superior healing.
Okay. That'd be 125
125?
for superior.
Yeah, superior. No, yeah, so for superior potions of healing, that's 50 gold pieces.
I've reduced the price.
Oh, then it's just 150.
How many are you getting?
5.
Yeah, it should be 125.
Oh, 125. Okay.
Because 4 is 100 plus 25 more.
When buying other necessity items, you could get them at where we're at, right? Or just is it just look for potions and other stuff?
Victory's Values is like a general store, but it also has like, oh, excuse me, magical items.
Perfect.
I will also buy a extra large tent.
Okay.
So 1 gold piece. Move. And I'll get the meal pack. I'll get the 10 meal packs for, so that's 60 gold.
Okay.
Say 10 meal packs?
Yep. I'm splurging.
I'm not saying. I was about to do the same.
It's a growing boy.
DM, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm hanging in there.
Oh.
Hun.
Just had a deal with a nosebleed,
It
but
was
we're
very
good.
convincing.
We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
But we're all good.
All right, let's see. Then I am buying the animal feed. £1 of pellets. How much is How much is the pound of pellets?
So animal feed is all of that. The 2 apples, the 2 pounds of straw and hay, and the pound of pellets. It's all together. I think I said like 5 silver. If you just want the pellets alone, the pellets themselves would be 2 silver. It's the most expensive thing in the...
I'll take 20 gold pieces. No, not 20 gold pieces. 10 gold pieces worth of animal feed.
Okay, the entire thing?
Yep.
Alright.
And that will be 20, I believe.
Yeah. It'll be 20... 20 pounds of pellets, 40 pounds of straw, and 40 apples.
Alright. And with that, I think I should be okay unless I want something else.
Okay.
So, Serephina,
Yes.
What'd you
your
get?
turn.
So Seraphina is going to get the potion of healing, the superior,
Okay.
potion of mana, greater.
Okay.
She's going to also get the rope hemp, which is 50 feet.
Okay.
Another tent, which is extra large, just in case something comes up and there's a whole large group of us.
Okay. Go back to the beginning again. You wanted a superior potion of healing?
Yes.
Okay, what was the next one? Sorry.
Potion of mana, greater.
Okay. And you wanted rope?
Continue. Yes.
Okay.
Another extra large tent.
Okay.
If it did come to meal pack of 10, how much would that be? Since I do see like meal pack of 8.
Yeah, 8 is the largest they have.
Okay, I'll take 2 of those.
Okay.
And animal feed.
How many?
Just 1.
Okay. 7. 97 gold and 5 silver.
She hands her stuff over to Tori.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Alright.
She does want to stick around and talk to Tori for a tiny bit just before she leaves with Ignacio.
Okay, go ahead.
Tori,
Yes.
before I leave, have you seen someone running around, a tiefling maybe? Just keeping an eye out.
No. Honestly, hearing from Victor and seeing that tiefling really shook me. I've never seen her before.
Right. Noted, thank you. I wish all my well wishes from my goddess, to Victor
Thank you.
and to your family.
Could have really lost him last night.
Well, if you do need anything, we're here for you. I'm here for you and your family.
Thanks. Be safe, both of you.
Of course.
Will do.
And they head off.
Alright.
forgot I could do that.
I want to see if I can get a new instrument of the bard, but I don't think I can, but I'm still gonna try.
I went too far down. Oh shit.
Oh my goodness. I got you. Serephina has a bad habit of tossing herself off the map.
Time.
This tracks.
Adventure!
It's just up there.
Okay. Is there anything else to go by?
No. I mean, off the screen. She's gonna go around and like go check on families and such. But that's gonna be like off screen.
Okay.
I'll make a, and while she does that, I'm gonna make a list.
Okay. I will say you do have a couple more days to do other shopping as well. So don't feel like you have to do it all in this particular day.
Of course.
But we come back to the calendar. We'll say the 7th has come and gone. And now you're on the 8th.
Oh my god, it's almost a Monday.
I do have some things for the 8th. Over the 7th, I think Sienna would have done a bunch of writing, anything that she hadn't written to that point, which I can get to you offline, Shailene. And she would have also begun the schematics for the belt of weightlessness concept.
Okay.
But the first thing she would do on the 8th, because she was supposed to go on the 7th and didn't, she'd put on her smithing gear, and leave a note, and just say, I'm going to work. And she would go to the blacksmith to help with the orders that she promised she would help with. And she would have also taken Cassie's pieces out of the scarf and washed it and just bringing it back.
DM, I did have a question about that.
Yes.
So Serephina does have a spell called Spare the Dying. Would that only work on like alive?
So Spare the Dying is for whenever somebody falls to 0 hit points, is currently in the dying condition, which means they're starting to roll death saving throws. You Spare the Dying, it stops the dying condition. They're still at 0, but they no longer have to roll death saving throws.
Yeah, I wanted to help Cassie.
Cassie.
I think Cassie counts as a construct as well.
Cassie
I don't think
counts
it would
as-
work on
Yeah,
her.
Cassie counts
like
as a
organic
construct. Unfortunately, when
Mhm.
constructs reach the 0 hit points, they immediately break. There is no saving them.
That's
Yeah.
why I asked, just to be sure.
Yeah.
I can rebuild her because she's a steel defender. It just would take time,
Yeah.
and we'll get there. But I do appreciate it still.
All right. Sienna, when you arrive at the blacksmith's shop, it's open, but Lorna stops you. Oh, Maka and Raiko are out today. Unfortunately, both of the forges are cold. It seems after what happened on the 6th, that family has decided to take a break.
Wait, this is Lorna saying this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, the way that was said, I wasn't sure if it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Sienna would be very tentative approaching even just the building before she learns any of this information. But when she peeks her head in and sees Lorna, she would hear the explanation and just say, I owe all of you an apology. I'm sorry for the ways that I handled, or perhaps more accurately, did not handle everything. Would you please give Reiko's scarf back to him?
He was hurt.
I imagine so. I was too, but I could have done better. If and when he is ready to talk, I would like to, but I understand if that never happens. But I also have a more professional commitment to this shop. I still want to help with the backlog.
Yeah. They took a small trip out to a little farming village. One of Thule's friends lives out there, and they're staying the weekend there.
Okay.
I offered to stay behind to run the shop while they were gone.
Is there anything I can do to help? I can clean, I can stock, I can run errands.
It's been slow. If you want to run an errand, you can tell Savorin that the piece is ready to be transported to the Yagi Manor.
I can do that. Lorna?
Yeah.
Why did he run?
He got nervous. You are the first person Reiko has ever opened up to.
She would hang her head.
When he kissed you, he said he remembered that you were only here for a short time. And he got nervous and ran. And immediately felt bad when he got here. He actually went back, but by then you were gone.
I never know. That day was rough for everyone, I think. I am sorry. I never meant to hurt him, and I know. I didn't know for sure, but I suspected. that this was all new to him.
The only woman he ever loved was me. You know how that turned out.
I don't want him to lose his heart. He's got such a good one.
He'll be fine. Honestly, if he was here, he would want to talk to you. But family is important to him. He knew he needed to be with his aunt.
Is she okay? I'm sure that was scary.
She actually slept at our house. After that, she tried to sleep in her own room. And then we heard a knock early in the morning. That's when Maka suggested that they all take a trip. They invited
He
me,
married
of
a smart
course.
woman.
I did. They invited me to go too, but we can't have the shop closed for the 4 days that they're going to be out there. So I offered to stay behind.
Understood. I never quite know what each day is going to be, but I can tell you that first thing in the morning when you open for the next 4 days, I will be here to, if nothing else, run an errand or two, or help with whatever you need.
Tomorrow, I'll get a forge ready. You can help with some of the orders.
I would like that.
I just, at this point in the time, the forge wouldn't be hot enough to get any
No,
real
of course.
work done. So
Of course. And we can't waste the coal.
yeah.
Is there anything you think I can or should do? You know him. Hell, I owe Maka an apology too. But, I don't know. There's no changing the past, but maybe I can make it up to him.
I'll send word when they return. Maybe just a nice sit down and a talk.
Sounds nice.
At that time, another person comes in behind you. I need to get
She'll
to work.
just, of course. Have a good rest of your day.
Mhm.
And she would leave.
Sienna.
Hmm.
Maka may seem angry, but I don't think she blames you.
That makes one of us. And she would leave. And truly, like you mentioned, like these things are a list of major things, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of errandy kind of things, but I think the only other thing that I would say would qualify as major is she's going to cast invisibility
Okay.
on herself, and she's going to cast see invisibility.
Okay.
And she's going to take a long walk.
What are you looking for?
That bitch.
Roll me a d20.
Okay, I'm not at fucking disadvantage anymore, thank God.
No, this is just a flat
These are,
d20.
but it's still me.
Yeah, this is just a flat d20.
It's 16.
Not me thinking it was a nat 20. God damn it.
That would have been awesome, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'll take over 5, knowing my dice. Thank
Yeah. As you walk around, for a moment, you feel like you see her,
you. Mm-hmm.
but then you look again and it was nothing.
How far into the spell is that?
Like right at the beginning of you casting it.
Gorgeous.
Um,
All right. Sienna reaches as soon as she thinks she sees something,
mhm.
unless you want to stop me, but as soon as she thinks she sees something, she takes the amulet out of the box and puts it on.
As you go to open the box, you get this feeling of nothing was there.
Do I recognize the voice?
It's hers.
It's Nara's, right?
Yep.
Okay. So she would start to open the box, and then on that, she would close it. You're sure?
Yes.
All right. And she'd continue to look. Do you want me to roll investigation?
Nope. You go through that entire spell, don't see a thing.
Okay. Cool. I think everything else would be in the errand qualification. Things you know about, right? Things that we've talked about on stream. Oh, hon, I'm so sorry. Things we talked about on stream, the Yagi armor stands.
Yeah.
There would be a trip made to work on that next upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of the rest of it we can continue working on. But those were the 2 big things I wanted to do: stop by the blacksmith and take a walk.
Okay. Anyone else for the 8th?
No.
I do want to upgrade my armor and weapons real quick before we go because it is 20 tel.
Yep.
Study leather armor +1 and a rapier +2.
All right, you get that from the smithery. Easy enough.
All right, how much?
The rapier. Let me.
I was looking it up and it says 190, but that doesn't feel right.
I don't think it is. Rapier +2.
Yes.
The rapier +2 would be 30 gold. And then what was the armor?
Studded leather armor +1.
Studded leather would be 20. So it would be 50 gold altogether.
Okay. Hello, Ignacio. You're going to get yourself buffed.
Eye of the Tiger starts playing somewhere in the background in Bardcore. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Bardcore of the Tiger.
Kavoria is going to buy her some mithril. Half plate. Which would be 20 as well.
What the fuck? Why is it not? Hold on. I've written it down, so it'll be all right.
Yep, I have added the mithril half plate to her. And she'll sell her half plate back to Lorna, and she'll get 10 gold for her half plate. All right. Anyone else?
Nope.
I think, thinking about this last couple of days and heading into the night, I don't know 100% that Elery would be really present
Okay.
for a lot of what's kind of been going on lately with the group, I suppose. One thing I did want to do or maybe inquire about, and I mean, Shaylee and I am more than cool with you like saying we can hold this off to a later time or something like that. But I think in the middle of writing down her frustrations and over her lack of understanding of the gods and good and bad and just a general lack of knowledge and not knowing where to start.
Uh-huh.
I think I think this would be the day that Elery would go over to the temple
Okay.
that Sienna had mentioned she'd been to
Okay.
by the stables, I think. And she doesn't know what she's doing there necessarily, but to start, she'll see if anyone's there.
Okay. So the temple would be Levant's temple.
Mhm.
Which is right over here. Excuse me. I'll say
Are you okay to do
I'm
this?
good. I'm good.
Like, I can time this out. It's okay.
It's okay. I was gonna say, we'll say you take your, you'll just take a day there. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
16.
Okay. You sit there and Jellica is there and she'll sit with you and she will go over. She asks you which gods are you familiar with, and she'll take her time and teach you a little bit more about the gods that you know and kind of solidify what you already knew plus add a little bit more knowledge, which I can go over with you later.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But it does take that entire day.
Yeah, it definitely tentatively starts with like you know in movies or TV shows when someone like goes inside a cathedral and they just like sit in a pew and they're just like not they don't look like they're entirely sure what they're doing, but they're
Yeah.
just waiting for somebody to come up and talk to them. That's exactly what she does. She just like steps in and looks around and is just like, I am in over my head.
Yeah.
And
And
she, like, just
Jellica notices that, and that's why
finds a
she's
seat
like,
and just like holds onto some papers and
Yeah.
is like,
yeah.
um
And Jellica is very patient. She's takes the time, and you can see that she really is there to help you. And that she's not getting frustrated. She wants to make sure that you understand what's going on.
very nervously bright red at most points, like carefully taking notes and trying to, you know, separate this from that and whatnot.
Yeah.
We can go over that later.
Yeah. All right.
There's, we don't have to do this. I'm just letting you know that I would like to do it at some point. she would want to find Momo
Okay.
at some point, and then she would probably visit Shintaro's family / the Thornblossom Manor. So all of that can be another time, but
Yeah.
adding it to the list.
We'll say that day comes and goes. You all do what you want to do. And now we're on the 9th. And everybody, though tensions are within the party itself, I am going to allow you to place yourselves wherever you want to be, but you all are at the tavern on the morning of the 9th.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Kavriga still there, or is she still at the almshouse?
No, she is with you guys.
Okay.
Shio has released her after the 8th. She actually spent the night with you back in the tavern on the night of the 8th.
All right. I'm gonna add some stuff to Kavoria's sheet, if that's okay.
Yep.
Serephina wants to definitely sit with Sienna. Not like to the point where she's on Sienna, but like near her. Shut up. Near,
Girl,
near.
Just the
I'm
way.
tired. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
no. Without saying.
I don't know how to word this without it sounding dirty. Anyways, she's near Sienna to the point where she's not breathing heavily on her. There we go. Here. Oh, damn.
You just say she's sitting across from the
She's
table.
sitting across
stays
close.
You know what? Leave me alone. I want to be fancy for once.
Are you trying to say breathing down her neck?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, it took me a minute, but we got there. Okay.
I had a monkey in
Sienna
my...
just hears this.
Leave me alone.
Anyways.
Seraphina would find Sienna in the morning. She's already at this point checked in with the blacksmith because they're up at sunrise, and just ran an errand, came back. I think she's got her father's journal on her knees, and she's just like got her back against the wall, and like her feet are up on the bench, and she's just reading.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
And she would see you come over and just nod at you, but she's got nothing specific to say at the moment.
Seraphina just gives her a little wave. And
You
a
get a
slight
grin
smile.
and a nod back. And a slight what? I'm sorry.
And a slight, like, smile.
She returns that.
Yeah.
As...
You okay?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
No, if there was going to be roleplay happening, go for it.
You okay over there, cousin?
I'll be fine once, I don't know, everything is back to normal, or something is just off my mind. This has really have gotten my, what's the word? Everything twisted up inside of me.
What does?
Did this tiefling have something to do with my nightmares? But I don't want to get into that. I want to make sure everyone else is okay. I'll be fine later.
Worrying about everyone else but yourself is a bit of a family trait, yes?
Oh, yes. Indeed.
I think when Cavaria and Ignacio, when either of them might be more available is the wrong word, but perhaps energetic might be better. When they have time, you should ask to speak with them more about your nightmares. Just to see. Because maybe they study this, maybe they can help you find the source. If it's not something external, maybe it's something else.
They're not going to be okay for a little while. I can already tell that.
Well, if there's something that you and I both have plenty of, it's time.
Oops, sorry. Did not mean to do that.
It's okay.
How are you holding up? I know you've been distant a lot.
Yeah, she's kind of raises her eyebrows, and her body language before was very open and very, carefree is maybe the right word, and everything about since that night has been contained or protective. There's always some sort of body language element of like arms crossed or back to the wall so that she can watch the entrance. It's just that sort of, she's a kid that had been running around without really falling on her face, and she finally fell on her face. And now she's a little bit more careful about where she walks.
So basically guarded.
Yeah, she's guarded, but she's not, she's physically showing that, but she's not, and she's not going out seeking interaction or companionship the way that she was, but she's okay to talk, and she's happy to see you.
At that point, she's just gonna lay her head down and just mess with the design on the table, whirling her little finger across the design.
Sienna just leans over and gives you head pats.
The head. The head pats.
We will all be all right.
I hope so.
We will be.
I really need something to get my mind up of all of this, to be honest.
What sorts of shenanigans do you have in mind? I know you.
I don't know. But I can't light anything on fire. I can't blow up anything.
No, it's that attitude.
Hell, I might get drunk.
I can help with that.
Justice.
I do still have probably 3/4 of a bottle upstairs, but it is very early. Let's save that for tonight, yeah?
Oh, most definitely.
Something to look forward to.
Oh, yes.
Have you eaten breakfast?
No. Have you?
She's just gonna like look at you and gesture to whoever's tending bar and not answer the question.
Caspin is tending the bar. It's getting a little funky on my end. But to quickly wrap up, Ignacio,
Yes.
while you are sitting there, a familiar face comes up to you. Champion.
Yes. Let me. Oh, hello. I hope it was just those nightmares were just that. Just nightmares. Though speak your mind, please.
Uh, I have very specific instructions to hand you this, and I am sending you a DM, and it is a letter. Trust me, the woman was very insistent. I think she is your mother.
Oh, I'm in deep shit.
So I rolled a 23 perception. Can I overhear this conversation from where I am?
Which conversation?
The one going on between Ignacio and.
Oh, you're right
Lumira?
there, of course.
I don't.
Yeah.
I do not.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing every word.
Yeah.
Because once mother is said, she goes from kind of like just scanning the room and looking at Sienna and Serephina, and then eyeballing Ignacio and Cavoria, and then back and forth and back, and then mother is said, and she's like, just looks straight over at the bar.
And when
So
you
did the two.
look, and when you look straight to the bar, you just hear Ignacio. Oh, I'm in deep shit. Probably.
Probably.
She just wanted to make sure you got this letter.
All right.
And if you want to read it aloud, you can. Or we can end it here.
Real quick, I want to. Can I?
If you want to read it aloud, feel free.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know that the family you sent to spend the weekend with us were delightful. Lumira, Shara, and Junori all stayed with me and your father while their eldest son,
Lamore.
Lamore, stayed over at Kiko's with the 4 younger children. But when Lumina showed me the letter, my heart leaped for joy when I saw your handwriting. And yes, we still have your room as a bedroom. We put a bigger bed for when we have guests, which you know is few and far between, but we still keep it. Yeah. But, mijo, I want to say it in Spanish, but nah, not going to. I don't have the time. It has been a few months since your last letter. I know you are an adult, pero siempre voy a ser tu mamá. I cannot help but worry. I hope you are doing okay. Okay. Shows, and then he just fills up the letter and says, "Oh, okay. I'm not in trouble."
No. But she does wish you would write back soon.
Was she angry about it?
At first, but when I told her that you were traveling with this young lady here, she seemed to soften a bit. I think her words were, "My son has a lover?" I think. I'm not quite sure. She slipped into whatever language that was.
It's okay. I think I have to visit at least a few days or so. I think yes, it is. I think it is best if I go and tell my parties that if it's all right, we go to Xochicalcan. And also, I now want to do my own investigations.
Of course. If there's anything I can help with, you let me know.
Actually, one more thing before we wrap up.
Mhm.
There is one person that I want to know if you've heard any rumors of while you were there. A person by the name of Layla Aguirre. Did that ring a bell?
Only from when we stayed with your parents. They also told me to warn you that she was back in Xochicalcan. She had been gone the past 3 years, doing some diplomat work in Devora. And quite honestly, they were hoping that she would stay away. But fortunately, they said that she had returned.
A diplomat, but she's wandering from place to place.
I think your mother said something of she's working with her father now.
Any information is good information, as I always say. Thank you.
I actually saw her yesterday. Your mother pointed her out as we got ready to head out.
Yesterday.
Yeah. She was just wandering the town.
Mind if I ask you, how long did it take for you to get from Xochicalcan to here?
A day and a half.
Sounds about right. Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
For the thank you, Lumira.
Anything.
And that's it.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. And that's where we'll close tonight's session.
Woo!
Yay!
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Oh my goodness.
Facts.
Woo!
Goodness. Thank you guys for coming
Oh.
out. Thank you for the raids and the follows, guys. It was great to have you.
Woo!
Holy mackerel. Good job, Shailene.
Oh.
And you're a
Yep.
trooper. Please get
Trooper
some
and a
rest.
half. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Very well
Oh
played,
my
everybody.
goodness. That beginning
Mhm.
half, I warned like most of the party that it was gonna be intense.
Yeah. And it did not disappoint.
Not at all.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
We are back on Monday, if I recall correctly, with another We're Doing It Live.
Yes.
We're right around this time.
Yeah, right around the same time that we started, We're Doing It Live was going to feature Katarina Marie.
Katarina!
Yeah.
Hi.
Heck yeah. And then Tuesday, same time,
Yep.
same Pat channel.
Yep.
Channels.
Channels. Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
You all have a good night,
Yep.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
And remember, is it Tuesday yet?
Yes. Is it Tuesday yet? We are coining that now.
We're making it happen.
Oh my gosh. Is it Tuesday
Bye-bye.
yet? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.